How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting. Welcome back to Ruan, where we are going to be leaving Ruan pretty soon. But there's a couple of things I want to do before we just check out completely. We did the investigation at the hotel, and we did the casino run twice. I'm still torn. I personally love the idea of, like, you make a mistake in the game, you hold to it, but then I also love being able to complete things and see things, like, the story play out to its end. It feels like it doesn't really matter. I play how I want to play. Ultimately, we're here to have fun. And I kind of wanted to see how that would play out. And I do think you would have missed out on some really fun interactions where we follow the quest line. And I gotta learn to not be so distrustful of the game system that the developers aren't gonna try and cheat me if I'm willing to pay attention to context clues. So yeah, we're gonna just do that. But anyway, if I can't think of anything else that we need to do or visit, we gotta turn in those missions. And I'm trying to think, I swear last week I had a thought about visiting somebody. Oh, right, Niall. I need to go back to Niall and tell him about the investigation we did before we take off. So we'll do that, and then if I can think of anything else, we will go. But otherwise, as far as I can tell, we're just ready to peace out. So yeah, let's just go get some stuff done. All right, just to double check, all reported, all accounted for. Sweet. All right, Niall. I wasn't trying to look for the right time to talk about it, but things got kind of out of hand, and I got more and more scared. Even I know it's pathetic. I mean, that's fair. What is it? Did you find the criminal? Well, we uncovered the truth, but the truth is there was no criminal. What do you mean? Estelle explained the crime was actually just an unfortunate accident. Huh, I see. Well, that sure would make no criminal. Think you can make it an article? Probably not. There's no real case here, so there's no point in putting it in the paper. Ah, bummer. Well, I hope you don't take it too hard. As if anything else comes up, contact me. Well then, got a draft I need to work on. Ah, gotcha. We'll see you again sometime. Goodbye, Dorothy. So cute. Snore. Oh, Dorothy. She's a goober, but she saved our butts. So, you know, you gotta hand it to her. She definitely did a good job by us. Uncle, you were very late. I've been waiting almost an hour now. Ah, sorry. I got a really big bite on the line out of nowhere. You gotta be kidding me. You were fishing inside city boundaries. Don't get so angry. Interesting. Yeah, the fishing game. I wonder, like, I'm guessing that if I really wanted to get the fish index filled, it's either gonna take literal hours and hours of extra gameplay, or I gotta look up a guide that I probably have already messed up. I don't think I'm gonna spend a whole lot of my time focusing on, like, filling out the encyclopedia. I hope I still get the chance to try and catch the really big, like, super fish at, like, the demon of the lake or whatever he's called. But part of me is just guessing that you're gonna have to unlock a specific type of rod, a specific type of bait, and I bet you that one of those two is locked behind the encyclopedia being filled. So, you know, Pokedex style. Well. We're on tourism in the future. Oh yeah, they're sounding off for the election. I don't think there's anything else. Like, there's the landing port. I think we take the landing port. I don't know if we can walk there. Maybe I can try. Like, is there any reason why we couldn't walk to Zeiss? Doors tightly closed. Nick's is off duty, so I'm on watch. I can't get why, but it's all part of the job, so whatever. So yeah, it literally won't let me walk there. Darn it. Oh well, I suppose it's for the best. Alright, here we go. Welcome to your group of racers heading for Zeiss, yes? Uh-huh, that's right. We just got word from Jean. Gil's already paid for your fares. Would you like to check in now, or? We'll have to stick around and wait for the ship once we check in. You're all done here in Ruan, right? I feel like we've got everything. Like, I've checked stores, I've checked, with, like, we got all the missions done. We even found some bonus stuff. Like, unless going all the way back to stuff like the lighthouse would yield anything. God, do I want to check to make absolutely sure? I think we're okay. Let's check in. All right. Just a little bit of paperwork for you all to fill out first, if you don't mind. Sure. Estelle's group checked in for their flight. Okay, no problems, looks like. Feel free to make use of the port until the next flight arrives. Thanks! I'm gonna miss the music, and I'm gonna miss Ruan. I like Ruan. There we go. Oh, there goes the kid. Alright then, off we go. Yes, let's. Hey, wait a second! Aw, yay! The kids! What are all you doing here? I came to say bye-bye. Man, you guys are cold. Just taking off without saying anything to us? You guys are the meanest, the worst kind. Miss Chloe, why do you have to go? Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I was going to say goodbye, but then we thought you were all out. I get it. You were out coming to Ruan. You're kind of silly now. Hang on, though. That means that Matron Teresa's. I'm glad to see we made it in time. By the way, I went to the orphanage. They weren't there. Aw, everyone's here. Matron Teresa, and even Jill and Hans came. Well, duh. Like we'd miss this. We cut it like kind of close, though. Thanks to the fact you wanted to keep waiting until the last second to keep it a surprise, Jill. Hey, all's well that ends well, right? Actually, it was Jill who let us know you were leaving. I thought it would be nice if we could send you off. And pay no mind to the old man in the corner. Yes, Dumbledore. Oh, sir. Hey, Estelle. I heard that Joshua ran away from home. Oh, Matron Teresa told us what happened. I see. I'm sorry. I should have told you all. No, it's okay. We'll pray that Joshua comes home real soon. We'll pray adios every day, promise. I'll pray too. You'll come too, we all do. Oh, you guys. Oh, children, thank you. I'll throw a night prayer on the pile too. Estelle, Chloe, you two be careful, okay? You do need to try your best, but don't overdo it and put yourself in danger. If something happened to you, I don't think he'd ever forgive himself. Jill, Hans. Yeah, I'll remember that. Estelle, please look after Chloe. I know she seems strong, but she's still a little fragile in some ways. Matron, I'm right here, you know. Leave it to me. I kind of suspected she'd be helping us out more than anything, though. Well, Chloe, use this as a chance to examine yourself and your desires. Don't fret. Simply look for the answers you've been seeking. Yes, I will, I promise. Bracers and students both aspire to the path of knowledge in their own way. You two have grown immensely in the short amount of time you've been here. Always remember, you never run out of things to learn. Do not become so overconfident that you forget to learn. If you remember that, there's no obstacle in the world that can defeat you. Well, remember. Yes, sir. This is the final boarding call for Cecilia, bound for Zeiss. All remaining passengers should embark now. Whoops! See you guys. We'll be back, I promise. Everyone, take care. Be careful, guys. You better come back with some great stories and bring Joshua back with you. I hope so. I really do hope so. Aw, they're so cute. Here we go. Another flight. Airliner Cecilia. It's kind of a fun way to do these transitions. Lets me like explore, kind of talk to people. Slow down a bit. Yes, ma'am. We've already spoken to the head of the central factory. But all we need now is contact more of the contact to move the orbits. Oh, we should at least have some amount that we need on hand, ma'am. Anything further will be up to more negotiation. Simon, you made sure to secure the orbits, yes? We must make sure those ducks are all in a row before the Imperial traders start arriving. I declare this non-aggression pact as a perfect match.
Once the ink is dry, markets will rise like the clouds of Adios herself. We'll be well served to have as many ornaments on hand as possible before that happens.
So she's anticipating that when the treaty's signed, and it helps like kind of lock down a lot more security between nations, that it'll open the floodgates to trade, which is honestly very true. It's a reason why a lot of stalemates and between major governments have happened, is that it becomes so like costly for trade to be disrupted. It almost isn't worth an actual ground war.
Ruan might be all excited about their mayor election, but okay, so Zeiss, you know, the place we're heading now, doesn't even have a mayor. Instead, the head of the central factory fulfills the mayoral duties of the city and region. It's kind of a sketchy thing if you think about it. The head of a business is just like whoever's in charge of the local business is in charge of the local government. Perfect system for an industrialized city like that, if you ask me. Yeah, unless it gets exploitative. Ruan might be focused on local election problems, but the rest of the kingdom's talking about the signing ceremony. After all, we're signing a non-aggression pact with the same country that we fought 3 months of bloody slaughter just a decade ago. Hope it will finally melt the ice a little between our two nations. I'm glad that, like, there's not a whole lot of people who are, like, super outraged by this idea, considering all of us still, like, the 90% of the population is old enough to remember what happened and likely lost family involved. And the fact that after just a decade, they can kind of put aside their differences. It kind of reminds me of the post-World War II, like, US-Japan relations, where, like, yeah, like, we certainly did a lot of damage. We took a lot of lives and we dropped the bombs, which are pretty, very, very crazy things to do. But I also know for a fact a lot of people lost lives to the Japanese and, like, lost family members to them. My family included. And I know that that was very difficult for a lot of people to accept that not only were we helping to rebuild Japan, but that we had such, like we there was a lot of, like, encouragement and support for that country, which historically, usually when a nation loses to another, that nation's just kind of told they're responsible for all the damages and just kind of made to be the villain. And that tends to just make things really toxic, essentially. But instead, like, the US put a lot of money into rebuilding and revitalizing Japan. And regardless of the politicking of it, it led to one of the greatest economic booms we've ever seen in history. Going from, like, where Japan was post-war to just abject destruction and almost, like, nothing. They were pretty much reduced to dust. To a revitalized market, a revamped economy, and then that economy exploded and became one of the most vitalized, most impactful in the entire world, led the edge of development for most technological advancements, and produced the best, like quality stuff through the 80s and 90s, and even to this day, a lot of really important industries flow through Japan. Like, it's pretty amazing, like, what happens when you can look past, like, the terrible, terrible things that happen in war and accept, like, hey, we now have a future. This future is going to be intrinsically tied together. We can't afford to not have it tied together. So what if instead we see this as an opportunity to invest and to make something greater together? I know there's a lot of politicking, a lot of, like, bitter feelings to this day about these types of arrangements and, like, the treaties and agreements and such that were, like, done between the two nations. But I feel like you don't see there's so few examples of, like, the conquering, like, victorious nation helping uplift their recently conquered foe, because normally that bitterness just holds you back so much. Anyway, enough about history. Thank goodness the passengers finally quieted down. Thought I was going to have to step in and bury him with my instrument. Until a little while ago, he's playing some very bright tunes on his lute. He even forced me into a duet with him. Takes all kinds, I guess, including pushy kinds.
Yeah? Hey, Oliver.
Estelle, enjoying our flight to the heavens? Look, gazing upon this magnificent azure sky. Ah, but there's nothing better to drink to.
Well, the weather's great, and the sky's pretty, but we're almost as ice, Oliver. Should you really be drinking?
Oh, come now, don't say that. Somewhere beneath this brilliant sky is my beloved Joshua. The pain he must be feeling on this solitary journey. Such thoughts drive a man to drink, you see.
Excuse me, but that is entirely and exclusively my line. At least things are never too serious with you around. Guess that's a good thing. Kinda, maybe.
I shall take that as the highest praise. I am relieved, however.
Huh?
The Black Fang. I had wondered if the words the Phantom Thief has shaken you. It seems I had no cause to be concerned, however. You have the will of iron, Estelle.
Oh. You were worried about me, Oliver? That's kinda sweet.
Remember, I am wandering bard and poet, ever in search of the pinnacle of human affection. Maidens in love, I find no greater ally than I.
Well...
Please. I do not need the staffing today. I promise, I was not teasing you. I actually find your relationship heartwarming. Those new clothes of yours, for example. You purchased them because you wish for Joshua to see you in them, yes? You look excellent in them, I must say.
Thanks. What's with the embarrassing compliments all of a sudden? Besides, Shara got me these clothes as a present. Joshua, well, maybe he'd like them. A little. What's with that look?
Forgive me. I was just more than I expected. Let us leave the topic behind that for a while then. Come, Estelle, I shall treat you to a legal cocktail.
I guess it's a bit tempting, but we're nearly to Zeiss. Try not drinking the whole bar yourself, Oliver, or you'll pass out and miss our stop.
Don't worry. I only lose myself in a drink when it's poured by a lovely lady.
You realize that's not something to brag about, right?
Oliver, you are something else. He's pretty much like the quintessential bard, though. Like, he plays the trope so well, it almost feels like he was the trope. Like, it didn't originate from him. It's a long-standing trope, but he's like such an epitomic bard. It almost feels like he could be the definition of it, right? Like, you look up bard in the dictionary and you see a picture of Oliver there. Like, he's just so well crafted for the bard role. It's like the combination of flirtatious and like insightful, skilled with music, and also skilled on the battlefield.
Okay, deep breaths. Need to ready the camera before we land.
My only and only chance to get a picture will be when we're landing.
He's looking for a very key picture, maybe for an article or just for a collection.
Hello, ma'am. We need help with something? This is the cargo room. It's dangerous down here, so watch yourself.
Alright. Yep, nothing of interest, but just good to peruse around. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, what is it?
The skies are calm. We should be arriving on schedule. Please relax and enjoy the voyage.
Helm, adjusting course slightly. I think the stern of the ship is being dragged to the north slightly.
Ba-do-do-do-do.
Affirmative.
Changing course. Doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot. He's just humming along. The clouds look a little like turbulent. I wonder if we're gonna get hit with a storm before we land, because it's kind of like the subtle language is kind of indicating that. Oh, maybe not out here.
Oh, hi Estelle. Taking a walk around the ship?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, Chloe. What did you do when you needed to get back to Grancel? Do you get the Royal Guard to fly you there?
No, of course not. That would be a little obvious. I just use normal flights like anyone else. I usually go back twice a year, once for New Year's and once for Grandmother's birthday.
So you're kind of used to passenger flight, huh? Oh, but what does Sieg do then? Does he fly along on his own pace to the capital?
Oh, well. Sieg, come here.
Huh? There he is. He's coming. Hey. Wow. Scree?
I love Sieg. Sieg, yep. I've said before who my characters are. Sieg might be the best character in the game.
Sorry, just calling you for a moment.
Well, that was a surprise. So Sieg can follow the ship. Cool. Scree!
Oh, he's so cute.
Sieg can fly level at speeds of up to 1,800 sleek per hour. Most airships cruise around half that. So to Sieg, this isn't much faster than an evening stroll.
Oh, I see. You really are better than the average falcon, aren't you, Sieg? Scree!
Sieg's speed is the reason he's so useful for contacting the Royal Guard. If for some reason I can't use powered communication, nothing in the country can carry a message faster than Sieg.
I thought so. I remember how fast you got in touch with Julia during that thing with the mayor.
Aw, Sieg. Can I talk to Sieg? Nah.
The wind feels so nice. With the weather like this, Zeiss is going to be lovely.
Oh, a white hawk! It's so cool. Is it that lady's pet?
Now, that's enough running around. We're bothering the other passengers.
Who cares what that movie says? I want to see the hot springs. I heard it's one huge bath.
It is, and it's awesome. By the way, though, it has a I must say, like, the idea of kids running amok on a deck of an airship sounds horrifying.
Oh, this sucks. You can't see Lestian Fortress from here. I guess I would leave a passenger ship near the airspace, though, would they?
Nah, probably not. Alright.
Turn our right is the Tithys Bay, Liberl's gate to the Great Sea, which is currently slightly cloudy. You should be able to make out the coastline.
I'm heading home to Zeiss. I haven't had a chance to rest in a while. Been working all the time. Once I get home, I just want to kick back and relax for a while. Apparently, a non-aggression pact's been signed with the Ouroboros Villa. Speaking of, that makes me think of the whole mess with Richard. Of course, last I heard he's still in the stockade at Lestian Fortress under guard 24/7. They say the three nations are going to be signing a non-aggression pact soon. I'm impressed with Queen Alicia bringing both the Empire and Republic to the same table like that. I suppose the non-aggression pact is a good thing. My own feelings toward everybody are complicated, to say the least. After all this time, though, it's for the best to reconcile. God, what a good attitude. Fetch me! And still, something up? Wandering around the ship again?
Pretty much. I never rode airships much before now, so it's kind of all new to me still.
I gotcha. Yeah, full racers do a lot of traveling, so airships get pretty handy. Heck, we probably use them even more than the merchants and whatnot.
Yeah, I remember how Dad was always out on business. I wonder how he's doing.
Last I heard, he made top general of the army. I bet he's busy a bit, so busy it'd make our eyes spin. Just dessert for a man who always tried to take it easy as he could.
It is kind of hard to imagine Dad being busy somehow. I'm curious though, Agat. You seem to respect Dad more or less. So why do you always trash talk him so much?
It's not trash talk, really. Besides, the old man's the one who's rude, you know. Every time he sees me, it's like, good worker, what a good kid, treat me like some fresh-faced punk.
Yeah, Dad does like to tease people. That's how he is to everyone though, so I never paid attention to him much.
You know, you're kinda lucky, being a girl and all. If you were his son, you'd probably be in the middle of a huge rebellious phase right about now.
Really?
That father is sort of a wall for a son to overcome, you see. Going up against a wall the size of Cassius? Yeah, that'd lead to one heck of a complex, I bet.
Well, I guess it's more of a guy thing, but does that mean you've got a complex about my dad then, Agat?
He's like, oh, crap!
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
Just leave it. You're just like your dad. Oopsies. Anyway, Zeiss is coming up. We're getting off soon. Don't want to wander too far. Oh.
Thank you for flying with us today. We'll be arriving in Zeiss momentarily. Please be aware that there may be turbulence while landing, so we ask all passengers to take their seats.
All right. City of Zeiss. God, these animations are so cool. I imagine that's one of the biggest perks of having this like modern version, this updated version, is that these graphics and these like animations are really like just smooth. And I'm guessing the textures were updated because like the sprites for the characters look really different compared to the textures of most of like the backgrounds.
Okay, first stop should be the guild house here in Zeiss. We need to check in with Kilika.
Kilika? A rather exotic name for Liberl. Sounds Eastern. What kind of woman is she, I wonder?
You'll never give up, do you?
Let's say she isn't your average woman. She's bolder than Scheherazade and capable of running a guild house as a queen herself, and she's master of the Eastern martial arts. In fact, word of advice, don't even try unless you want her to rearrange your face.
Now my interest is positively piqued. What are we waiting for then? Let us away to...
Oh no. What? Is this the fury of Kilika?
Would you give it a rest already?
It's an earthquake.
Help!
Dock is going to collapse. Run for your lives! Everyone, please stay calm. Please calm down.
Gerald. Oh, I thought it was a different character. A port's designed to endure high magnitude earthquakes. It can easily handle one this small. Please don't panic. Small. It was tough to read.
It stopped.
Phew, thank God that's over. Everyone, please come to reception in an orderly fashion. Let's not panic. Oh, how much you want to bet? That's some black horrible crap that's going on. Whew, man, it's been a while since I was in an earthquake.
That was so cool.
Dang.
Well, that was a great way of getting welcome to Zeiss. That was a very strong bit of tension, world. Please wait until I'm not on scaffolding before you shake again. Love, Estelle.
I'll sign that letter too. It's rare for us to get an earthquake in Liberl, though.
Really? Yeah, hell, I can't remember the last time I felt one. Let's get to the guild house, see what the damage is. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're in a place where they normally don't experience it, you're likely to actually see a lot of, like, potential damage, but mostly panic.
So, there's no serious damage to the central factory. Thank goodness. The city's also remained calm for the most part. I believe there's little to worry about on that front. Yes, I understand. Please continue to do what you can. Farewell. Your timing is quite serendipitous. Thank you for coming, Estelle, Agathe. I imagine your welcome at the port was quite warm.
Yeah, kinda. It's been a while, Kilika.
And as usual, you already know everything that's happened. Good to see you again, Kilika.
Likewise, glad to see you're here. And you two would be Oliver Lenheim of and Her Highness Princess Claudia, I believe, or should I say Miss Chloe Rins. I am Kilika, handle receptionist here at Zeiss branch of the guild. A pleasure to meet you two. No, the pleasure's ours.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
My word, but your beauty eclipses even what I expected. Madam, allow your humble servant, Oliver Lenheim, to improvise a song. According to Jean, you're both officially registered as assistants, yes? Assistants are free to use the rest area upstairs just as normal braces do. Feel free to use it to relax for meetings, etc. Thank you.
Yes, but my
If you wish to play your lute, you are welcome to play it upstairs. Do restrain yourself from reasonable limits, however, if you please.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, I think Kilika might even be harder on Oliver than Shara.
She actually shut him down, though, which is impressive. Right. Anyway, how are things looking in terms of the work pile-up?
We do have some work posted, but nothing urgent at the moment. You're welcome to attend to it as you see fit. But,
Huh? What's up, Kilika? You look like you're thinking about something.
It's not a normal job, but a request from the guild. In your position as the group investigating the Society of Ouroboros, I'd like you to check on something.
What'd you...
This is a bit sudden.
What do you mean? It's actually what you might expect. I want you to investigate the earthquake that just happened.
Investigate the earthquake? You mean that go around asking about damage? Well, sure, but what is...
Well, yes, that as well. However, 3 days ago, a similar earthquake occurred at the Wolf Fort. It lasted about 10 seconds, and the quake was not strong enough to cause any real damage.
Just like the last quake we got. Great.
There's one particularly odd point, however. The earthquake at the Wolf Fort did not affect the city of Zeiss.
Oh, it's hyper-localized. That is very, very weird.
Wait, huh?
Well, that is strange. If I recall the map correctly, Wolf Fort's not far from the city. An earthquake centered there certainly shouldn't have been felt here in the city, at least a small extent.
It was a weak quake, so it's possible we simply did not notice. Still, your friend is right, it does seem unusually... unnatural. I cannot help but feel a terrible sense of foreboding about it.
No, I think I get it. Just like with our ghost weird stuff that makes this makes me curious too.
Anyway, sure, we'll take the job. Guess we should ask around the city. Wolf Fort, right?
Yes, I'll be counting on you. Mr. Murdoch is already gathering information about the quake in the city, however. I expect he'll be thorough, so you don't need to worry about the city.
Okay then, so off to Wolf Fort.
Well, ultimately, this is just my personal suspicion. Remember, it's nothing urgent. Feel free to investigate as you see fit while working on other jobs. Besides, I believe you have someone to say hello to, yes?
Oh, yeah. We saw a new gospel too, so we really should see Tita and Professor Russel.
That seems like a good idea, yes.
Let us delay our guild work until we say hello then. Come, let us reunite with Tita and with joyful hugs. What the heck did you take the lead? Whatever. Let's get to Gramps' workshop. Oh, we're just gonna go straight there. Okay, good, good. Yes! We're here in Zeiss. Zeiss is gonna be fun. Oh, hello. Aren't you Estelle, recently promoted senior?
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Ah, excuse me. I'm Wong with the Zeiss branch.
Ah, I see. I'm Estelle Bright. Nice to meet you.
So yeah, same here. I've heard about your work here and there. After all the success you've had, it's only natural you'll be a full bracer already.
Thank you. But I'm still training. I've got a lot to learn still.
Never forget the attitude of a beginner, huh? Pretty admirable sentiment. Hope you can follow. I can follow your example. And incidentally, do you know Gundolf is out? Do you know Gundolf is out on a job?
Oh yeah, I heard from Jean. He came to Zeiss in part to help pitch in while he's gone.
Ah, gotcha. Thanks. That'll be a big help. Sorry for the trouble. We'll be all out here, around here for a while. Agat, looking forward to working with you as well. Yeah, same here. I'll help out as best I can. Well then, let's all work together, do our best. Sweet. All right, to the job board. The stolen sign. Someone's stolen the Bracer office sign. Oh my gosh! We're currently investigating its whereabouts. Bracer is able to cooperate with the investigation or to contact the branch receptionist, Kilika. Please ask about the sign. All right, training assistance. To Bracer Estelle Bright is like specifically to us. At Lestian Fortress, we're holding a short-term special training program. As such, we'd like to ask the winners of the martial arts competition to participate. If you're able to join, report immediately to Lestian Fortress. That sounds fun. New model orbital gun test. Ooh. Recruiting testers for a new gun. Read over the requirements below and then please come to me. Details will be explained at the workshop on the 3rd floor of the central factory. Application requirements. 1. Experience with orbital guns. 2. Skill to confidence with shooting. 3. No particular preference in weapon maker. Okay. So that 3rd point must be because it's like a brand new one. Like someone who's new to the field and maybe he's had some questionable results. Chaldea Tunnel Monster. Dangerous monster, whale frog, has been sighted in the Chaldea Tunnel. Bracers affiliated with the branch are asked to respond immediately to the threat. Item of note, reptilian monster with poison tongue will call offspring. Also, do we have to deal with the demon penguins? Trapped Plains monster. Dangerous monster, a man trap, has been sighted on the Trapped Plains. Bracers affiliated with the branch are asked to respond immediately to threat. Item of note, causes a variety of abnormal statuses with its gases. Great, I hate statuses. Status monsters. Oh, Kilika. About the sign.
Seems you had to look at the bulletin board. Will you help with the investigation too?
Yeah, that's the idea. So by the sign, do you mean the sign with the crest that hangs outside the branch?
Yes, the sign was stolen. There's no particular problem as is, but the emblem is a symbol of the guild's mission and duty. With that stolen, we can't just sit quietly.
I see. Yeah, kind of hard to ignore that.
Looks like someone's insulting us. How much is this gonna be the Phantom Thief again? Is this gonna be another one of his like daisy chain quests with like the hints and stuff? Is he gonna be obnoxious for the rest of the game? So, how did it go down?
It was discovered yesterday around noon by Branch Bracer Wong. When he came back to report, he realized the sign was missing. We think that the crime happened during the day then. It was away at the time on other business, but a worker in front of the branch witnessed it. Seems the criminal was a person in a disguise.
Oh, no, I knew it!
Disguise!
Estelle, could it be?
No way!
Seems you have a suspicion. So, how about this?
Yeah, you knew it! Butatus Princess and her companions, the soul of gathered heroes is in my hands. Should you desire to release, you must defeat my curse. The first key is in the city. Search the back of a 40-year-old man.
This card was sent shortly after the crime was discovered. From the contents, I assume declaring responsibility for the crime. It seems it's certain.
I knew it. It's him.
By him, I assume you mean the Phantom Thief, Blue Blanc. As I've heard about his events of Ruan from Jean, I suppose this case marks a challenge from the Phantom Thief B.
Interesting. It is a challenge from none other than my rival. Of course I shall accept.
I don't know. It seems one-sided, yeah.
Doesn't matter. He picked this fight. We gotta take it back. Anyway, let's start the investigation with what the card says.
Let's see, cards words in the city and back of the 40-year-old man, huh? If we take it straight as is, I guess we gotta look for an older guy.
Certainly, looking at it in a literal sense, it would mean that, but after the case at the school, I think it's clear that that won't be so straightforward.
Those messages were all metaphors, weren't they? I wonder if this one is too.
Well, who knows? No point in worrying about it. Start investigating in the city. Yes, I think the only real option. Well then, expect good results. Leave it to us.
Let's be off.
How much you want to bet it's the clock tower? Because remember, isn't the clock tower like the first one that was built with orbital technology, and it was about 40 years old or something?
There don't seem to be any aftershocks. I bet the store's okay, but still, earthquakes, how rare. We certainly don't get many of those on Liberl.
Oh yeah, you can actually see it's like just the empty swine. That's kind of cute. All right, where's that clock? I remember it being around here somewhere. Don't want to talk to the professor quite yet. Soon. I have some other business to do first.
Shook a bit, but seems to have settled now. When I went to Wolf Fort a bit ago, there was a tiny little old earthquake. Didn't do anything but jiggle my midsection. That one was a smaller earthquake than the one just now, though.
Oh great, they're getting stronger. That's terrifying.
I could have sworn the clock was on this part of town. Oh, hello.
Ah, Father Vixen. Thank you again for your help before.
I owe ya. Oh, you look to be doing well. You've recovered this much, so my worries are for naught. However, you mustn't overextend yourself, no matter how much you've recovered.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm not a kid. You don't need to fuss like that.
Well, as long as you understand. But remember, it was the will of the goddess that saved you. It means you still have a duty you must perform. Please do not let the precious gift that is your life go to waste. Though, this is but my own wish for you, mind. Pardon me. That nearly became a lecture all of its own. Please, feel free to drop by any time. It can be of aid. I will happily provide it.
All right, thank you. Your concern is appreciated.
Yeah, it's about that neurotoxin he had.
Though small, there was an earthquake without question. I think it might be the first since coming to the city.
All right, so nothing else in here, looks like. Aha! First orbital powered clock made in the year 1162 of the Septian calendar by Zeiss manufacturers. And then, like, is there a way I can check what year it is? Like, I'm guessing it's not gonna be that easy, but that's what I'm thinking. Along the back here. Yes!
Ah! Holy crap!
Find something?
Yeah, you can say that.
I'm glad. I love how that was my first thought, but like, I bet you it's the clock. Because I could have sworn, I was like, I swear I remember it saying something about it being like a 40-year anniversary.
There's no doubt about it. This is his card.
So, what's written on it?
1 second.
Beauteous princess and her companions, that which you seek is far off. Your second key is the central factory. Search within the wisest one. Alright. Central factory, wisest one, that's gotta be the computer.
And that's it for our next hint.
Next spot's the central factory then.
Yeah, we know the place, but who do you think the wisest one is? It's not Professor Russel, right?
Well, whoever it is, we know where we'll find it. Let's go check it out. Let us be off.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, we got a few other stops I want to make. For instance, we gotta go shopping and get the next newspaper. And I want to see if I can upgrade any orbs or check out any other equipment that I might want to buy in the stores. Alright, let's see. Liberal News issue 3. Soft knit cap. Chases away the cold. Prevents freeze. Not bad. Cat suit. Ugh. Let's see. We're gonna buy Tomachiro sandwich stuffed with 3 slices of ascorbic tomato, the epitome of bitter. Yes, but look, it replenishes CP. Oh, that means we have to go start collecting tomatoes again, don't we? Foul magma roast. All right, very nice. It boosts strength too. That's pretty good. You're the person that brought me that ascorbic tomato.
Yeah, you remember us.
Heck yeah, I bet you do. But you bet I do. I owe you a lot. My bitter tomato cooking is pretty popular now.
Seriously? You're kidding, right?
No kidding, right? Those researchers can't get enough of it. I got a rep for being the best cure for a little fatigue. You can imagine why scientists would be all over that kind of thing.
I don't know. I still struggle to understand how the benefits would outweigh the flavor like that.
Hey, since you're here, give my new recipe a try. What do you say? It's my treat, of course. Received tomatillos trio sandwich. Eat some of the super nutritious cooking. It'll keep you good to work, and you'll go far. I guarantee it. Catch you later. Looking forward to your business. I shouldn't have bought the one I did, but that's okay. All right, well, I will read now. I still want to find that book, but we'll go ahead and just read what we have for Liberal News Issue 3. Ruan election, clash of candidates. Conflict between camps boils over. With election day drawing close, the race in Ruan is only getting hotter, and tensions finally boiled over into a near brawl between supporters. Thankfully, the conflict rumored to stem from an argument between camps didn't come to physical blows. The debates are one thing, but we urge the candidates and their supporters to respect one another and reflect on this. Candidates need to compromise. Behind the incident lies a deepening opposition between supporters. Some level of antagonism is, unfortunately, to be expected, given the passionate platforms, but brawling is unworthy of any future leader. Reflection and compromise are the mature answer. Saved by the lute. Oh, here we go. A mob of angry supporters on the edge of violence, calmed by the sound of a lute. Seems a certain musician was playing nearby. Perhaps music does soothe the savage beast. Society, ghosts in Ruan. I saw a white shadow that danced in the night sky amidst the furor of election. Ghost sightings like this became quite common in the region over time, according to reports. The Bracers Guild was sent to investigate and determined the sightings to be a pointless prank. The culprit is still at large, but the equipment used has been confiscated, so citizens can rest easy now without fear of the ghost reappearing. Foreign Affairs. Royal Villa to host signing. According to the announcement from the Foreign Affairs Division, the signing ceremony is to be held at the Royal Villa. The ceremony is slated for the end of the month. The army appears to be ramping up its security operations and preparations for the event. Breaking news, earthquake in Zeiss. Earlier yesterday, there was an earthquake reported in the vicinity of Wolf Fort. The quake was short duration, no damage was reported. Alright, pretty much everything we knew, but it's always good to get caught up.
Up this way is the central factory, huh?
First we go check into the professor's place.
Yeah, that's the southwest part of town.
I should have known. It wasn't going to let me just go. There we go. Russel, home and factory.
Huh. Where is Russel and Tita even in?
No, and Russell, they might be at the central factory.
Grandpa, the second floor is cleared up.
Thank you, Tita. Could you organize the parts next?
Okay.
Yes!
I don't think I have to worry about finding them.
Sounds like, come on. Hello! I'm so excited. There she is! In her crazy outfit. Yo, you doing alright, short stuff?
Huh? Agat! Yay, you're back! Where have you been?
I do believe my work is being disrupted by a big loud oaf with a sword the size of an airship. Can't always just stop I can always just stop visiting, you know. Still good to see you two again. Place is a bit of a mess though. Let me guess, that little shake-up knocked everything over?
Yeah, sorry for the mess. Hey, everyone. What? Sorry, I haven't been in touch.
Estelle, hello.
Estelle!
Aww.
What? Tita, what? It's really you? I thought you were gone forever. Wait, hang on, gone forever? I'd never do that. But, I heard Joshua ran away. I think you left the country. I thought you were gonna go, I was never gonna see you again. Aww. Oh, Tita. I'm sorry, I should know that without saying anything.
As I recall, Cassius sent you off on that bracer school in Lehman, didn't he? When did you get home?
I got back just a little while ago. I was working in Ruan after getting back. I only just arrived in Zeiss.
I see. Well, welcome back. Ah, wait, the two with you.
Hello, Professor Tita. I'm sorry, I've been out of touch as well.
Pardon our intrusion, good sir.
Chloe, Oliver, everyone's here. This is wonderful. They're helping us with our investigation. A lot of stuff happened in Ruan.
Well, let's get comfortable and hear the story, eh? Come, I'll show you to our living room. So the true force behind the coup is on the move again. And they had another gospel with them? Troubling.
A holographic projector that could show an image all the way across the region. How is that even possible?
Well, the concept of a projected holograph is nothing new.
I've been kicking around ideas for pulling it off myself even. But a device that can project a lifelike three-dimensional image great distances away from the origin point? I can scarcely even imagine the physics behind such a thing.
That weirdo we fought said something about an experiment with a new gospel. It did seem bigger than the one from before, but it didn't stop our ordnance.
Oh yeah, speaking of, how's the gospel we captured in the coup? Have you figured anything out about it yet? About that. The more I investigate that little enigma, the stranger it gets.
Stranger?
Yes, let me start at the end, actually. I'm convinced the orbital shutdown phenomena is not a function of the device itself.
What?
But that black orbment has stopped other orbments dead in their tracks. We've seen it, Professor.
You've seen orbment stop in its presence. That isn't quite the same thing, milady. No matter how I look at it, though, the quartz in the device simply cannot actually do that. It can certainly warp orbital fields. Oh, how I can do that, but suppress them? No.
Warp orbital fields?
Oh, orbital fields refer to the electromagnetic field generated by an individual orbital device. With normal orbments, you can describe an orbital field by drawing the field lines, and those follow very specific rules.
So orbals operate after very similar type of like non-visible energy, like magnetism, where they kind of have a projected bubble, and that bubble is part of the way they interact with nature. So this black orbment doesn't necessarily like break or suppress orbs, but rather strips away or suppresses their like orbital fields, which makes it so they stop interacting with the world around them. It's actually kind of like what happens when the Earth is hit with a solar flare. We have a magnetic field that is projected out that protects us from a lot of like the solar radiation, which is produced by a spinning core of iron, which essentially turns the Earth into a giant magnet. But when we're hit with a very strong blast from the sun, it kind of pushes away and suppresses our magnetic field. Not too badly, thankfully, but it suppresses it enough that a lot of extra radiation is able to enter at the weakest point, which is at the poles, which then supercharges particles in the upper atmosphere, which causes the aurora borealis, or whatever the one is in the south. I can't remember. The southern lights, northern lights, whatever you want to call, whatever the technical names are. Like, that's the result of a kind of suppressive outside force, like compressing and warping our magnetic field. So it sounds like the way that this first gospel operates is it emits a similar suppressive field. Now, it looks like what that did was shut down whatever the natural defenses of that subterranean, like, defense system was, and set it off to stage 2 because it thought it was being, like, destroyed or whatever.
When Grandpa tests the gospel, though, the fields didn't obey those rules at all.
This is going a little above my pretty little head, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm afraid not much is registering.
In layman's terms, a warp orbital field that doesn't obey the laws, doesn't obey the laws of such things as we understand them. Regardless of that, though, ultimately, an orbital field amounts to nothing more than orbital energy in an area. Unless you were to apply a very specific directional and purpose to them, you shouldn't get the orbital shutdown phenomena effect regardless. To be honest, I'd been utterly stuck on this, but with your report on the holographic business, I may have an idea. Thank you for letting me know.
Well, I'm not sure how that was useful, but you're welcome.
The Royal Army ought to have possession of a holographic thing like enemy was using. If you want to have a look, we'll get in touch with them. I may just do that. Speaking of which, what are you going to be up to now? Will you be working in Zeiss for a while?
Oh yeah, about that.
Estelle explains the situation concerning the Guild's request to investigate the earthquakes. Ah, so Gillica thinks the earthquakes. Well, if it's true the earthquakes are rare here in Liberl, if she's correct about the earthquakes here in Wolf Fort.
3 days ago. I think Miss Gillica's right. I don't remember Zeiss getting any tremors at all. That is kind of weird. Well, it's natural the phenomena is kind of doubt the society was involved. It's still pretty weird though, and we'd like to figure out what's going on.
Indeed, earthquakes. I wonder if it would be useful.
Huh?
Ramps, you're hauling out another weird invention, I swear. I do have something in mind. But then, how would we... Wait, transmit the data back here using... And then hook it up into the chapel. Of course! It'll work perfectly.
Professor Russel, could you keep the rest of us in the loop?
Don't worry. I need to check a few things regardless before we start. I'd recommend heading to the Wolf Fort and learn from them what happened. I'll see about preparing you a little something useful when you get back.
Well, I definitely won't say no, but what little something are we talking about here?
Ha! That'd spoil the surprise. Just you wait. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get to the central factory, so I have to borrow Murdoch and get into going along. Tita, would you mind helping your old grandpa?
Oh, sure. Estelle, Agathe, I'm sorry. We finally meet again after so long, and... It's okay. Don't worry. I'm just happy you get a chance to see you again. Estelle.
Hey, no tears now, kiddo. Besides, we're here in Zeiss for a while. We'll have plenty of chances to see each other later. Just you wait.
Yay! Sorry we couldn't give you much of a welcome. Don't worry, Tita.
Fear not. We shall stop by again. Perhaps on that day, I too could be greeted with such moist and welcoming eyes.
And on that day, you'll have 2 black eyes. Anyway, see you later.
We'll contact the guild when we're ready. There they go.
Yeah, that still haven't changed at all.
Still, inside all the time fiddling with the machines at her age. Kinda makes me worry, you know?
She doesn't do a lot of girl stuff, I guess. But hey, I didn't at that age either. I turned out okay.
Her parents ought to be the ones worrying about it. Dang it. Guess they can't, being out of the country. Think I might have to talk to Grants about it next time we see him. Why, Agathe, that's quite a brotherly thing to say. Huh? Or perhaps a fatherly thing to say? Ah, what a fine daughter. You would make any man jealous, Mr. Kronsner. You looking to lose some teeth there, Blondie? Not at all. Indeed, I do envy your blonde with that girl.
To be honest, I understand what Oliver means. Tita's the kind of girl you wish was your little sister. I envy you, Estelle. Hey, Chloe, cut it out. Well, don't worry. Everyone will get to know her soon enough, except for Oliver, maybe.
Estelle, an arrow to my heart. Oh, I can't keep up with this. Let's get this show on the road, huh?
You're right, we should. So let's make our way over to the Wolf Fort while we work on those other jobs.
All right. Now we got some stuff. So earthquake investigation's good, but we want to do some of these other ones pretty quickly. Especially there was the one that was short term. Where was that? Royal Army HQ, the training assistants. It doesn't say, but if we go back to the board, if I remember correctly, it said it's a short-term one, so we definitely want to get to it ASAP. So, a training assistance is one I want to do absolutely as soon as possible. But I think I want to go to the central factory first. I want to find let's find the clue, and then talk to the new orbital gun test guy. Maybe even go and try and take down the Claudia tunnel monster. And I also want to upgrade our orb slots and such a little bit, like especially because we've got Chloe being kind of our dedicated healer right now. I want to upgrade a few of her slots so she has a lot more like spellcast power, like points to work with. All right, let's go. Here we are, Central Factory. Welcome to the Central Factory maintenance desk. Take a look around if you like. All right, let's see. First, slot for Chloe. Nope. It looks like I burned through all my mirror for this kind of stuff, so, which is fine. See if there's any quartz. Ooh, poison, that might be fun to buy. Mute's pretty good. I could just buy that one. MP2 would be good. Sleep would be really good. In fact, I might just grab that. If I had a shield 2 or an MP2, we'd have Arrow Storm. Let me see. Dang it. I don't have enough. Soon.
Oh, but it's in the bracers. Ah, hey, Hazel, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Glad to see you're all in good health. I see, so that's what it was. Huh, what was? Ah, well, Kilika said she'd call for assistance. She must have meant all of you. Oh, probably, yeah. You've been in Zeiss for a while. We're looking forward to working with you. Yes, as I am with you. Well then, good luck on your end. Yeah, you too, Hazel.
All right. Let us go to floor number 3. Like, I might pop my head in everywhere else, but like that's like we're definitely here for specific, like that's a couple of specific things. Hey, Mr. Murdoch. Oh, Estelle. And I got two. Hey, it's been a while.
Hi, Chief Murdoch. Long time no see. That's since before the birthday celebrations, right?
Yes, indeed. Seems like a lot's happened since then. Glad to see you well.
Thanks, sir.
For a moment, it seemed like you would be staying here in the back up the Zeiss branch. Very reassuring having you all here. I hope for the best. Yeah, leave it to us.
Yeah, we'll do our best. That reminds me. I hear you'll be cooperating with the guild, sir.
Yes, Kilika rang up me after the earthquake. I'll be gathering information on whether or not there was anything out of the ordinary before or after the earthquake. I just started, though, so I don't have much for you yet.
Guess it's not that easy to get answers, huh? Well, our next stop is to check out the Wolf Fort, so good luck with the investigation within the city, sir.
Yes, if I find anything out, I'll contact the guild. You all take care, Estelle.
Yeah, later.
The librarian?
Oh, hey, there's a familiar face. You're that person who found me a book a while back.
Oh, yeah, that did happen. The memory seems really painful somehow, though.
It was a pain!
Don't worry, I don't intend to put out any new requests anytime soon. There was a newbie posted here recently, so I'm leaving the little tasks to her.
Ah, nice.
Well, for now. If something comes up that's too much for her, I'll probably ask the guild. I hope you'll help me out when the time comes.
Sure thing.
If I can get another Grail locket thing, that would be just peachy.
Thank you.
Now, let's see. There's a specific book I need to get a snapshot of, if we can find it. Oh.
Just look at us all. That earthquake did a real number on this place. Well, it's probably a little more than 50% earthquake, 50% lazy boss.
Okay, so it's not letting me look at the shelves, so the cat book is not here presently. Alright, workshop. Here they are.
Got a sec. We're from the guild.
Oh, you came! Huh?
What is it?
No, you. Aren't you the person who delivered that prototype from Ruan a while back?
Did I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You came to the weapons shop with a black-haired boy.
Black-haired boy. It's gotta be Joshua. Thinking about it, I guess it might have happened.
It did, I remember. Well, if you're curious, have a look at your notebook. More importantly, right now we should talk work.
Ah, right.
So, did you come because you saw the board?
Of course. Looks like you're recruiting testers for an orbital gun.
Yes, actually, but... Actually, I was having problems since I wasn't getting many respondents. I know it's kind of sudden, but can I give you an explanation of the job now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well then, let me explain. As you know, my request is to test an orbital gun. I want you to check the reliability of the gun through live battle.
Check the reliability?
Put it very simply, I want you to test its endurance. All machines have failings, you'd never know unless you use them. They causes many problems that usually things that nobody even imagined during the development period. I want to pinpoint any hidden weaknesses and strengthen the reliability of my gun as a weapon. That's the goal of the test.
I believe I understand the intent. To use a bit of our specialized term, you want a combat demonstration.
Yes, exactly. Intentionally, are you the shooter who'd be doing the test?
It is a singular pleasure to meet you. I am the roaming poet and musician, the indomitable hunter of love, the one and only Oliver Lenheim.
Hunter of...
Just ignore that. Sure, he might be a total weirdo, but his skill with the gun is legit.
Oh, what's that? Did I detect a slight imbalance in emphasis on the former part of your speech rather than the latter?
Well, what does it matter? Everyone acknowledges your skills. I see. Well, in that case, I guess I'll trust you. Haha! Consider yourself without fear, my good man. Will this really be okay? Anyway, for now, here's the gun. The O-type orbital gun Alpha. By the way, that is what that symbol is, the Alpha symbol. This is the gun I'd like you to test. Ah, thanks for coming. I'll let you have it gratis.
Well, that's the most generous gift. Still, this gun. It's got somewhat a unique structure.
It looks like a Glock! Of course it does. It'll be more upset if you were familiar with it. After all, the drive portion of this is the new model I developed. How about it? Think you can handle it?
But of course! I'm sure this gun will play a most beauteous harmony.
Great to hear. If you're done stroking that gun, Oliver, we'd like to know more about the job. We still haven't heard exactly what we should be doing.
Oh, true enough. Well, please, go on. It's more or less as you said. Basically, I want you to wield the gun in live combat to come back with the results. I'd like you to test it over at the Traits Plain Road. That way, even if trouble comes up, shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Understood. The Traits Plains Road.
At a minimum, I'd like you to fight 10 battles. Of course, I want you to fight them to the end. Fleeing over and over wouldn't be much of a combat test. Let me check then. Go out on the Traits Plain Road equipped with this gun. Then fight about 10 battles to victory there. Then once it's settled, come back here and report. That it? Yeah, that should do it. If you don't have any more questions, I'd like to get to it. Everything clear?
Yep, I think we got it. We'll be back soon.
Oliver, I'm trusting you. Huh, worry not. I never disappoint. I wonder if there's any issue with me equipping now. I'm guessing it'll just let me. One downside, it is significantly weaker. Well, might as well. It should be fine. How goes the investigation? It'll still take me a bit of time to get ready. Once I'm prepared, I'll contact the guild. I keep changing his voice, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey guys. I'm sure the device we're preparing now will be useful. We'll work on it as fast as we can. We just want a bit longer.
No problem, no problem. Alright, so now we just need to find the big computer machine.
Ah, Gustav!
Well, this is a surprise. Been a long time, guys.
Yeah, it has. You're looking well, Gustav.
Here on work again?
Yeah, we're filling in a bit for the Zeiss branch. So we'll be in town for a bit.
Well, that's good to hear. If anything comes up, you'll be the first one I call.
Yeah, leave it to us.
By the way, did you go see the professor yet?
Yeah, we just went, yeah. We got quite a reception from Tita.
I bet you did. She really does admire you, you know. We're scheduled to load a new engine onto the Araceli very soon. Right now, I'm working with the maintenance chief to put together a plan for the job. I'm really relieved there was no damage from the earthquake. It would be pretty sad if our preparations for the work got delayed. I bet. Because the Araceli right now, the engine just doesn't work for long term, right? I checked the measuring equipment when last earthquake happened, but it's weird. It doesn't share any similarities with our previous data on earthquakes. May have been an earthquake caused by some special source. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Alright, up. Kitty.
Meow?
Where's the book on the cats?
I guess I've been continuing research with the greenhouse. Though, to be honest, I'm leaving most of it to Terry. I wonder if there's something more interesting direction I could do using using the greenhouse.
Sounds like a drug maker in the making. Aw, I can't take a tomato.
Hey, it's been a while. Remember me? I'm Terry. I was doing research on sneakers. Please say you remember me.
Don't worry, I remember you. It was a job for Stregas. No way I'd forget a dream job like that. So, still researching shoes, Terry?
Not anymore. Thanks to your help getting the data before, I was able to achieve my research goals. After heading the findings over to the Serga Corporation, the job was finished. Oh yeah, I gave them your message like I said I would. I told them the Bracer fan said that she couldn't wait to see the next product.
Really?
Yeah, of course. The Strega developers were really touched. They were making jokes about making a Bracer bottle next.
Aww, it was just a joke?
Who knows? I thought it was a joke anyway. One way or another, got more research to funding. So right now I'm looking for a new research theme. I might ask the guild for some help again. I hope I can count on you like I did before if anything comes up.
Yeah, don't hesitate to contact us. Also, I'm sure you know, but be sure to prioritize requests from the Strega Corporation, okay? And if you need a bracer, I'm your woman.
Yeah, understood. She's freaking terrifying. Oh, the clinic.
Oh, you all.
Ah, Dr. Miriam. Thank you very much again for your help back then.
Yeah, I owe you.
Agathe, I'm glad to see you well. How have you been since then?
No problem at all. It's actually back to normal, thanks for asking.
Well, that's good to hear. Doesn't seem like there was much of an after effects in that case. That's some vitality. Guess that's a bracer for you. Your body is your capital.
No, that's Agathe. Anyway, if nothing else, he's a walking damage sponge.
If anything comes up, stop by anytime. Of course, I never want to see you injured like that again.
Yeah, no worries. I never want to be injured like that again anyway.
Yes, don't forget those words. Do be very careful to attend to your work.
Yeah, you got it. We'll see you later, Dr. Miriam.
Here it is. This is the brain, the wise one, I think. Orbital calculator, capable system.
Data access, please put search item. Central factory. Establishment. I think we've already seen this. Professor Russel. Inspection of factory, donations, large amount of money. First World War airship. Yeah, we read this all before. Outbreak 100 Days War. Alright, satellite completed and flight test commence. Universal Tech. Yeah, Bracer Guild sign. Look at that. He put his note in their central computer. I mean, I was just about to say, like, how did he do this? But then we're in the room right now. Nobody's stopping us from accessing it, so. But let's see. New model ordnance. New class of tactical ordnance massively upgraded from the previous models developed by Epstein Foundation. In comparison to the old model, 6 quartz slots. The new model has 7 slots. This new model allows for more flexible quartz arrangements, new combinations of useful orbital magic, and even drastic increases in power. However, as the architecture is drastically different from the predecessor model, there's no interchangeability in quartz between the models. And the Bracer Guild sign. Bracer Guild sign. A metal sign removed from the Zeiss branch of the incompetent Bracers Guild by a genius and dashing phantom thief Blue Blanc. While its financial value is insignificant, the shock to the guild members is likely considerable, and reading this now must fill you with shame. I have probably said enough. I need to provide the next key. The third key is in the city. Gaze up at the 3-hatted brothers. Note this entry will self-delete. You are recommended to commit the entire entity to the memo immediately. The 3-hatted brothers. And there it goes. It's done. Alright, we got that, so we're good.
Hey, this! Why the heck is something like this written in the chapel?
How such a thing was accomplished, I do not know, but the data appears to have been overwritten. Haha, even for my enemy, I must say, bravo.
Jeez, is there anything this nutcase doesn't have up his sleeve? Whatever, you wrote that down, right?
Yeah, of course. My next stop's somewhere in the town.
I believe we're searching for 3-hatted brothers. That must be a metaphor of some kind.
Alright, that's plenty to work off of. Let's move. 3-hatted brothers.
Hey, it's you guys. Man, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. How's Creeple doing?
Oh, thanks for asking. It's doing great. No sign of any real damage from the earthquake at the moment. If needed, you can use it any time to look up things. After all, we owe you a lot when it comes to the Capel. They say you've more than earned the right.
Thanks. Well, if needed, we'd be sure to make use of it.
Sure thing, anytime. And you. This room's up on the 5th floor, so we got shaken up quite a bit from the earthquake. Hopefully the Capel doesn't throw another of its fits over this. I might save the basement for us actually going down to get the monster, which we probably will do soon. But I want to finish. I want to take care of the short-term contract. Well, I guess technically we can do any of them in any order because I'm guessing that the short-term contract would only expire if we progress the main storyline. So we should be fine. But still, I want to go find the sign. Yeah, well, get all the notes for the sign until it leads us out of the town, and then maybe we'll go into the basement. But we might save that for next time. Oh wait, 3 stacks. Aha! The 3 chimneys.
There are 3 chimneys of different heights. Hey, don't you think this could be the 3-hatted brothers?
All 3 are different heights. I see. Perhaps this is what was meant by brothers.
Seems like the only building with 3 chimneys at different heights. I'd say it's possible. Why don't we check it out? There was a card stuck to the chimney pipe.
Right, found it.
The door has already been opened. Let the souls of heroes descend into the quiet earth. Raise your voice high and chant to the goddess C26DE.
Phew, think the next stop's the last. Please be the last one. Still, chant to the goddess in the quiet earth of all things.
The quiet earth is probably exactly what it sounds like, somewhere underground. There's probably a goddess and the incomprehensible part after that.
Well, for now, let's go underground. There's only one place to think of when you say underground in Zeiss.
Yeah, let's get going. Yeah, there's got to be a door down underground somewhere. Maybe it's in the actual factory itself. Now, the goddess. Who could the goddess be?
Oh, hey, you guys. Been a while. How you been?
Hi, Faya. It's been alright. How about you?
Things are crazy busy here as always. Lately, exports have been going great, so the basement factory hasn't had a moment of rest. You're on a job too?
Yeah, basically. So there's something we'd like to ask you.
Oh, what's that?
Could you look at this?
Estelle showed Fea the memo left by Blanc. Oh, literally the goddess is her. Oh, that's hilarious. I had no idea. That was not what I thought. The quiet earth, chant of the goddess, and the text stirring. What about it? What do you think it's talking about this spot, but there are parts we don't understand. We're asking you since we thought you might have an idea. So you think the message is about the basement factory? If that's the case, then...
You think of something?
Could this goddess be me?
We're not too worried about that part. Just put below the number thingy.
Oh, right. Right, the text string, C26DE. From the look of it, I'd say it's a product ID code.
Product code?
Yeah, all things in the warehouse are organized by those codes. So as long as you know the code, we should be able to call up it by using the conveyor.
So, could you call it this number?
Sure, want to give it a try?
Yeah, if you would.
No problem. Give me 1 second. This is Fea. Got a moment? I'd like you to send item C26DE over here. Yes, C26DE. Thanks. Appreciate it. Well, you're in luck. They said they found something under that number. They're sending it now.
He really was here.
Seems like the person in charge over there was pretty shocked too. Now, then, let's see what we get.
It's gonna be a bomb, isn't it? I'm scared. I don't trust Blanc.
Ah, looks like it's coming.
What is the sign?
Huh? The heck is that? Seems kind of familiar.
Ah, thank goodness. Finally found it.
Oh, isn't that the Bracers Guild?
Yep.
Thanks. Appreciate the help.
It was nothing really, but why the heck was the guild sign in our warehouse?
Ah, where to even start? I'd sit down if I were you. It's a long story.
Oh, we took her out to the guild house. Oh yeah, there it is.
You did well to reclaim it. I had every confidence in you.
Glad we were able to live up to your expectations. But man, this time we really got jerked around by Phantom Thief B.
Yeah, it feels like once again we got a good picture of how strong he is. Maybe that's his goal all along.
He's trying to intimidate us by showing off his power, in other words. Don't know if he thought it through that far, but...
One way or another, it's obvious he's no ordinary foe. Be sure to tread with caution.
Wise words from a wise woman.
Yeah.
The task is officially complete. With that, I'd like for you to return to your main mission.
Got it.
If you'll excuse me.
Well, don't we need to report it to you? Oh, yeah, well, we technically need to report it. So let's go report it. Stolen Shine. 2000 mirror 4 BP.
Good work. Seems you successfully accomplished your goals. If you complete any other missions, report them to me.
Anything new here? Nope. Okay. But I think we're going to go ahead and end here for now. There's a lot of dialogue in this episode, and I talked to a lot of people, so I know we didn't get a ton done, but the stage is set, and I pretty much have a game plan mentally in my head. I'm thinking of going underneath the city, into the tunnels, and like clearing out some monsters, specifically getting the main beast, and then probably just doing a little farming down there to get some monster parts, because I guarantee you somewhere in the city is the guy looking for ingredients, and if he doesn't appear now, he'll appear later down the chain of like missions. And then once I've kind of farmed down there a little bit and try to gather those pieces, I'll head out onto the trail, go to the fortress, and then like, so the fortress, the gun testing, the other monster slaying mission. I might even try and go to the tower if I get the chance, but I get a feeling we're gonna be sent there anyway. But still might be good for us to just go check it out. You know, make sure we don't miss anything. Might even head down to the isn't it the Elmo Springs? Like, I'm sure another mission will take us down there, but again, this game has always been really good about like rewarding taking initiative, so I'm just probably going to do a batch of exploring before I actually trigger like the fort mission. So we'll go to the fort last. So next week, expect a lot of traveling and a lot of monster fighting, so should be a very interesting one for you, very long recording for me, but that's all right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourselves today. I'm really excited to sink our teeth into Zeiss, and I'm terrified. Now they can do holographic projections, and they can localize their own earthquakes. So You know, that's adding up to a very dangerous combination of things. I'm really worried that the projection, if they can make the projection look really, really real, what if they could use it to stage an apparent assassination? Like make maybe like the diplomat from the Empire look like they assassinate the diplomat from the, what's the other nation called? So the Empire, and then there's the... I don't know what the other one was, but you know what I mean. Like if you could stage something like that using like a hologram and then a big earthquake to cause a disaster afterwards, and like pin it all on like these nations and just erupt into a new localized war, like Ouroboros could probably pull that off. So that's terrifying, but you know, we'll get to that when we get to it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing this journey with me. I hope you've had a good time, and hopefully we also managed to find that book before I forget about it and totally miss it again. But yeah, you know, that's how this game goes, right? Can't get it all perfectly, sadly, but I'll do my darndest. So thank you so much, and until next video watching me, up to see me next. I'll see you there.